What's going on, guys? I'm going to be doing another blind reaction. This video just popped up and I really just wanted to analyze it. I only watched like the first 3 seconds of this video, so I just really want to analyze it for you guys, and so you guys can hear my first impressions of this nice video as well. So let's just hop right into this video here. Let's just let this puppy play. Wow. Oh my god. I'm just gonna let the whole thing play and then we'll go back and analyze it. But this, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Holy shit. This is so badass. I'm really liking this a lot. Wow. I have so many ideas and so many things I'm going to analyze from this. Wow. I'm honestly speechless for the first time. It's the first video I've analyzed where I'm speechless. Okay, let's start with the first part here. So he's just puffing nice cigarette here. Look at that nice cigarette. And I think that could be, from the looks of the white filter, that looks like either an unfiltered cigarette or, you know, an American Spirit Celadon or American Spirit unfiltered, I would say, just because of the white. You know, it could be unfiltered, it could be a filtered cigarette just with a white filter paper. So honestly, but that is cool. That looks extremely badass, and you can see the way he is holding the cigarette here. That is just awesome. He just has his 3 fingers here and then the cigarette in there, and that is just really good. And I'm sure he's feeling great, and that cigarette just really adding to the aura of this video. Yeah, look at that right there. And he's just taking a long, gentle, drawn-out drag from that thing. And on further analysis, I think this might be an American Spirit Orange, just because of the, you know, how the ashes stain like that, because of the tightly packed tobacco in American Spirit cigarettes, and also just, you know, the white filter. That's what these cigarettes usually look like. I'll put a picture up on the screen here, and that is just awesome. He's just inhaling organic American tobacco into your lungs, I mean into his lungs, and honestly I think that is a great idea for him, and it's really just adding to his aura here, and I'm sure his body's thanking him, honestly. Wow. And he just with these nice puckered lips here, he just exhales that smoke just gently out, and then we can see the radius of the smoke. You know, it's just in this nice area here, and that is just awesome to me. That is a really good little detail to me. Oh my god, I'm taking notes here, by the way. Wow, and then he just goes in for another drag with his eyelids shut like this, so you can't really tell his next move, and then yeah, he's just going for a nice puff of that American Spirit Orange there, which is just awesome to me. And that's really adding to the whole, you know, vibe of this video, and I think that's awesome. Look at that gaze right there. That is so cool. Let's analyze this. Let's analyze this. You can see only like a sliver of his eyes, but you can see that he's staring you down, and one wrong fucking move and you're done. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, and then look at the strong jawline here too. Just look at that. That is so awesome. That is, and then this nice little smirk here. You guys should really be taking notes here. If you want to intimidate someone, you got to replicate this to a T, or else no one's really gonna fucking take you seriously. If you're not smoking, if you're not scowling at people, no one's gonna fucking take you seriously. But if you do these things like this guy is doing, people are going to take you seriously. You're going to start getting more job offers. You're going to start dating more women. Your life is just going to improve more and more. Your bank account's going to grow exponentially if you employ these things into your daily life, and if you assume this nice intimidating stance and facial posture as this guy is doing here. Okay, let's just get right back into it. So you can see that scowl, and then he just blows out a nice little puff of smoke there. Let's see that nice little puff. Yeah, he just pops that puff of smoke right out of his mouth there. That is just awesome. He just takes another drag. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love how he's holding that nice cigarette in his teeth there. It's kind of hard to see. Unfortunately, the video is uploaded in low quality. I think it was kind of an older video, but you can see just the cigarette. That's the smoke coming out of the cigarette there. Those two plumes of smoke right here. And then you have the cigarette in his mouth, and you can just see him holding it in his nice teeth that I drew here. And then we also have that strong jawline. That looks really cool. Okay, that is awesome. I missed that the first time around. This is a powerful just glare he's giving. You can see his one bug eye right there, and then the smoke, he's kind of shrouded in that tobacco smoke over here, so you can only see like this part of his face here, and then he still has that cigarette in his mouth there, and then we get these big plumes of smoke, and then the cigarette is just in his mouth there. They just add some detail to the smoke there, and then the filter on the cigarette. That is just awesome. That looks badass. That is a crazy look too. I love it. I love everything about this. Oh my god. Takes another drag, and he puffs it right out of the side of his mouth. So let's take a look at that side puff there. Yeah, he puffs it right out of the side of his mouth. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I was right with my assessment. This is either like a hand-rolled cigarette, actually, or an American Spirit Orange, just based on how the finely packed tobacco is holding up this nice ash right here. A normal, like, you know, non-organic cigarette, you know, like your average Marlboro or Camel, it would be dropping ash everywhere. But this is a nice long ash. And you know, I'm not afraid to admit it when I know I'm wrong. Actually, I'm not afraid to admit I'm wrong. This is definitely a hand-rolled cigarette. I was close. I thought it was an American Spirit, but this is definitely a hand-rolled cigarette. Possibly American Spirit tobacco in there. Oh, that was awesome. A lot of people might have missed that as well. A lot of that eyebrow raise here. Let me highlight that there. Pay attention to this area right here. Let's see. Look at that raise of that eyebrow. That is awesome. And he does it again with both eyebrows. And he just takes another puff. He doesn't give a fuck. Oh my god, look at that confident smile. Wow. That's the smile of a guy who just doesn't fucking have to answer to anyone. That's completely badass as well. He just blows it out of his teeth. And one more final puff just to end out the video here. That is great. What a great video.